All right, namaste. I feel like I've been away. Have I been away? Have I been namasteing away? Like, I feel like I haven't done a vlog. I'm at the park. Took my butt to the park. Look at that, kids at play. Look how pretty it is here. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, so I'm sorry if I was away. I was working hard getting my soul sisters angels out and some artwork that was bought out so that when I go home, after I go to Walmart and get some cleaning materials and something for dinner, to make for dinner, I think it's going to be ravs tonight, raviolis, and some kind of vegetable. I am going to clean up that messy table. Though I do need a tablecloth, don't have a tablecloth to replace because I still have a winter with red cardinal tablecloth. And I do have still like 4 projects that I still have going. But that's okay as long as I make room on my table. I got rid of the main pot. Look at this tree. Beautiful. Beautiful tree. Anyway, this is like a very sunny area. But something told me, take your butt to the park. So that's what I did. Yeah, I got Michael Vaughn on my mind. I got Summer Wells, Summer Moon on my mind. I got Harmony Montgomery on my mind. Very heavy heart because this is ridiculous. These people, some people need to be in jail and the kids need to be found. I got Sincere and Classic. They're on my mind, but at least those idiots are in jail. Those godforsaken, poor excuse for a parent, Trezell and Jacqueline are in jail. So I could sleep better. But talking about sleep, I had a terrible night last night. Oh my gosh. And I watched it, like I didn't watch anything bad, but just the energy. Like I talked to my soul sisters about it, and they notice it too. The energy is really weird. Have you noticed it? Let me switch you around. Energy is really weird. I give a... hi. Sorry, I'm a hot mess. But anyway, here's a tree. I want to give a... sorry about that hair. What is up with that hair? My hair is really weird. I want to give a shout out. Let's go touch a tree. Let's go touch the tree. Alright, something happens when you touch a tree. You get the tree energy, tree spirits energy, protection. Anyway, I want to put a shout out, healing prayers up for our girl, our sister, Andrea Wheatley. She has her own channel. She does like EVP. She's been working on Summer. She's been working on Michael Vaughn. Just recently, she had a stroke. And Crystal Medicine called me today and said she had another stroke. And she also has MS, similar to Crystal Medicine, Rhonda. Don't worry, I'm going to still walk. My butt still needs to walk. But sometimes I can't walk and talk. But it's good to walk after you've just eaten. Okay. So, anyway, prayers up for Andrea Wheatley. Hopefully she gets healing energy and somebody takes care of her. I know she has a nice husband, but hopefully she stays in the hospital a little bit longer. And If she hears this, if she sees this, please, Andrea, listen to Jason Stevenson. Have your husband put it on for you. Clearing blood clots, clearing music, meditation music for strokes, for stroke victims. It's basically anything to do with strokes, there's meditation music for it. And to clear out your arteries on a metaphysical level. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm kind of struggling. It's a little bit hot. Well, it's always hot, but today the humidity is very high and I had a sneezing fit in the car. But at least I got my packages out. And that'll be it for, and I spoke to both my son and my daughter. My son gifted me with my plane ticket. He actually put the money in PayPal, and then with extra $100. So I'm like, he goes, yeah, it's for your Mother's Day. And I was like, that could be for my Mother's Day, my birthday, my Christmas, my everything. A couple of years. Anyway, I was just happy. I connected with both of my kids today. And yeah, so I'm kind of beating around the bush. All right. Everybody wants Summer Moon Utah wells to be found. Recently we heard about Jose Roman. I did a little short video. That was from a piece of paper in my notes. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, that was from a piece of paper in my notes that had like this whole thing when I was doing the reading for her. Had, you know, stuff about what Summer told me about Jose. And it wasn't bad. It was all good. It was that he really tried, that he really cared. He saw bad things happening for all the kids, not just Summer. But you know what? People blamed him. And I'm not going to say that, you know, you can't blame other people for someone taking their life. But he had very strong demons here already. And he was brave enough to come forward and speak his piece. I don't think it was for attention. I don't think he made any money. I don't know. I don't think he made any money. But anyway, supposedly he had a grandson, a new grandson. He got back together with his one of his children, and got back and was going to start a job with him. And so it's sad because they're straight up in the tree, aren't they? You okay? Can you get down?
Yeah, we know.
You know how to?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you're up there. They were up the tree, but they're not scared. I thought they needed help. Anyway, I have a little bit of a stomach ache, but I'm trying to walk it off because I ate, you know, big lunch from DQ, so I don't deserve to sit down. But yeah, so it's a really pretty park. I just thought instead of just being at the regular walk, do a regular walk and talk, I would come here. I know I'm jumping all over the place. I want to talk about angels. I want to talk a little bit about angels. I don't know if anybody noticed my video before I did the reading for Sagittarius / Scorpio, Scorpio / Sagittarius. If anybody noticed when I did that 4-minute video, how to have fun, 4 steps, And I was like, you know, put your bathing suit on, go in the pool, make sure you have Billy Idol music and cool music, and make sure you have your margarita, plenty of margarita in the pool, and a plastic cup or plastic glass. Well, I did all that. I'm going to turn you around. Woo! Scary. I'm scary up close. Anyway, I'm not going to try to put myself down because the angels don't like that. So, and the guides don't like it. And God says, don't make fun of my artwork, which is us. We're his artwork. So, yeah, I feel like I have to tell you, and I don't have to, but I'm close with you, and I just feel like if I didn't tell you I had this experience, then I wouldn't be real. And I've told a couple of people, it's not like I tell you guys everything, but I've told a couple of people that I consider very close friends. But it was embarrassing. But then I saw the magic in it. Look at these beautiful rocks. I know I should just sit there so I could finish a complete sentence. Maybe I'll sit here. Okay. Hi. So, alright. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. Alright, so I had that big bottle of margarita that was 13.9. I was so excited because my brother-in-law, we had hamburgers, hot dogs, and he was bringing over watermelon, he was bringing over sausage, and I was so excited because somebody was going to go in the pool with me. You know, he's been in the pool already. He'll come home over after work and go in the pool. But Devin will just sit usually on the outside talking to him. Sometimes Devin doesn't. But I got the music going. I had the Billy Idol going. And that is the start of summer ever since I was ever since like 1987. That marked the beginning of the pool era. Even if I didn't have a pool, but I was going to my sister's pool in Jersey or something, or it just meant it was summer. You listened to Billy Idol. Anyway, so I bring out plastic cups. Mine was like regular margarita one, but it was plastic, which was nice, and it was white and blue. And me and my brother-in-law are floating around in the floats. I'm in a unicorn. He's in a regular blue float. Of course, I have to be in a unicorn. I also have a zebra, but the zebra is very dirty, so it needs to be rinsed off. Anyway, so I'm filling up his glass. He's filling up my glass. We're having a great old time. Then finally, Devin comes out, and then Devin was cooking the food. Somebody's got to cook. I basically was not cooking that day, so that's all right. I leave the grilling up to him. So I kept telling him, come in the pool. He's like, somebody's got to cook. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Then come in the pool afterwards. So anyhow, the mistake was not beforehand, because I had a couple of the drinks. We were swimming for about an hour in the pool. When I say swimming, I don't get out. Once I go in, I stay in. And I've been like that since a little kid. My mother called me a water bug, and I call myself a mermaid. All right. And then like your hands get shriveled, your lips get blue, and I still didn't want to come out. But anyway, we drank that bottle, and then we continued to drink after dinner. Now, I only had the hot dog and a hamburger, right? So keep that in mind for later on, right? If you even dare to. This is really pretty. This is a nice shot. Okay, anyhow. Oh, the sky is so pretty. So, we go back in the water. Now Devin joins us, and then we finish that bottle. So Connor was not going in the water. So my brother-in-law goes, Kath, we need to go to the store. You only bought one bottle? I was like, usually nobody drinks with me, and I didn't want to buy more than one. So he was like, no, we got to get Connor to go to the store, right? Because I wasn't driving. He couldn't drive. Devin, by that time, did Devin have a glass? Devin had a glass, and he usually never drinks because, you know, he's on a lot of medication. So he even had a glass. So my brother-in-law says, Kath, go knock on Connor's window and tell him, go to the store, we'll pay him. So I do that, and I figure he's never going to do it, right? Because he's not really ambitious. He was playing video games. So he comes out and he says he'll do it. At first he says no, but then when he thinks we're paying him, he says yes. So he goes to the store. We're swimming, we're having a good time. Now I'm thirsty and there's no margarita left, so I pop open a beer because we have a refrigerator by the pool, right? It's all ready for Party Central, right? So I have a beer, but I didn't really like the taste of the beer because it was like, I don't know, it's not a beer that I like. I just really like Coors Light or Corona. So anyhow, now that was the second mixture. I go back in the pool. I don't really notice anything different. Then he comes back and he doesn't have the exact thing we were drinking. We were drinking a guava margarita, which is like just lime, the regular margarita. And so he got orange because he said they didn't have a guava, and he got the strawberry. Now, I had bought the strawberry in little bottles, and I didn't particularly like them because I only had 1.5. Yeah, they were strong, but they were really sweet. And I don't like sweet because sweet usually gets me sick. That's why I usually drink Coors Light and very dry Cosmos if I drink Cosmos, and wine, right? And I usually never get sick because I try not to mix them, you know, when I'm drinking that. Anyhow, we pop open the strawberry. He pops open the orange. I take a sip of that. I knew I wouldn't like it because I don't like orange. I have like ulcers, and ever since when I first got them, drinking orange juice is like drinking acid, so I couldn't have that. So that doesn't appeal to me. Anyway, so I drank the strawberry, and God, I wish I didn't. Anyhow, everything was going pretty normal. Everybody was laughing, joking. My stepson, he didn't come in the water, and thank God he didn't. Devin was in the water. My brother-in-law was in the water. I was in the water. Then at one point, everybody got out except for me, of course, mermaid. And they were sitting out. And then my brother-in-law would go out and come back in and go on his float. And I like that because then at least I'm in the water with people. But everybody was in the pool room. And then my stepson Connor went to go get his cigars. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll smoke cigars, you know, because I was at that point, you know, the point of no return, I guess. So I took a couple of puffs like over the side of the pool from his cigar. I liked it too much, so I quit smoking in 2008, but I wasn't a heavy smoker. I was like a pack of Parliament a week. But there's too many chemicals in cigarettes, and, you know, I had to make a choice. And a couple of times I've slipped up where I took somebody's vape and took a couple of puffs, and I liked it too much. But anyhow, I don't like how cigarettes make my head feel. So my stepson says I didn't really smoke from his cigar, but I remember taking a couple of puffs. So anyhow, everybody's drinking. All the bottles are empty because he went to the store and bought 2 big, huge bottles. So those bottles are gone, right? I don't know what happened, but something in me just said, what would it sound? I was treading water because at one point in my pool it goes deep down to 6 foot. So that's over my head. But then the rest of it is like 2 feet, 3 feet, and 5 feet. But just in the middle, it's like 6 foot. So Connor told me, my stepson told me that I kept moving over to the deep part, and he kept calling me over. He didn't want me to go to the deep part because everybody was out of the pool. So, and we were in there for hours. This was like, we started out in the pool at like 4 o'clock, 3:34. Came out 8 quickly and went back in. So now this is about 9 o'clock at night, right? So that's how many hours of me being in the water. So 5, 6, yeah, like 5 hours, right? So at one point I thought to myself, what if I don't just tread water? And I'm not even on the Unicorn at this point, right? I'm sorry about the long story, but I feel like I have to tell you. So I'm not on the Unicorn. I'm just like doing this, like the breaststroke and doing the doggy paddle and the breaststroke, right? And constantly moving my legs. That's why my legs hurt, the front of my legs hurt, and especially my chest, because I guess I don't use those muscles, the pectoral muscles. So, yeah. Let me just get walking. So, I think to myself, we're listening to like music from 2015. That's the year we got married, and there was a lot of good songs out, and it reminds me of that nice time, a fun time. And Billy Idol, every once in a while I would switch the CDs. Nobody else switches it but me, so I'm pretty sure it was Billy Idol that was on. And I was like, I wonder what Billy Idol would sound like if I put my head and my ears under the water and just rested. And I remember putting my face down under the water, and I guess my hands were out. Before that, Devin said I was doing a dance, like butterflies over here, imaginary angels over there. I just do this weird dance. So you might have seen me do it before. And, but I said, oh, this isn't so bad listening to the music under the water. And I just remember my hair feeling like it was free, like all around me. You know, it's pretty long, so it was all out around me. So I heard somebody saying, Kath, I think it was Devin. Then it was my brother-in-law. But I couldn't get up. So when I wanted to get up, something told me, oh, you could rest. You could stay under the water and rest. Right? That's scary. But I heard their voices and I heard the music. Then the music went off. So I guess somebody turned the music off. And they were trying to tell me to go over to, because nobody else was in the pool now. So they were trying to tell me to go over to the side where the stairs are. So I couldn't get there. I think I did get my face up, and my stepson was leaning over to try to pull me out, and that's how I got this. You see it? You see it? I don't know if you can see it. I got one on this arm too, because he was lifting me up from my arms. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But what matters is that he kept on trying, because I kept slipping under and going totally under the water. I didn't want to, like my legs gave out. I had too much to drink, in short, right? Finally, I thought it was over. I remember that part of being pulled out, but then all of a sudden, going into the house, it was lights out. I didn't remember, like I didn't put my shoes on. I always put my slippers on. That didn't happen. So walking in past the dogs, and then you go through a gate, and then there's this like curio cabinet and a box of my books that needed to be put away, like probably 6 months ago, right? Because not, oh, maybe 5 months ago, I gave up a little cabinet that I used to have the books, but then the dog started to chew the books. Every day there would be a new book chewed. So I gave that shelf to my stepson Connor, and I still haven't made room for this thing of books because I was going to get a bookshelf. All right, that doesn't matter. So apparently my husband and my brother-in-law now, because I guess Connor was done with rescuing me from the water, right? And he went into his room, and he was all wet. Apparently I was kissing his leg and asking for hugs from everybody. My brother-in-law said no. I don't know if my stepson said no too. But yeah, I'm not a mean drunk. I can be a little bit obnoxious and cold on Cosmos. I did notice that. On Devin's birthday, I had Cosmos, and instead of being nice, I was kind of ornery and obnoxious. So I can be a little bit mean on vodka. So yeah, you gotta watch these things because I don't want to be a mean. But on this, I wanted to give everybody a hug, right? Even if they didn't want it. And I thought that I could just float underwater and listen to everything and rest, take like a nap under the water, right? So my point is, my angels were watching me in the water. It was so magical. It was a magical day. And when I did my dance, I like saw angels over here, angels over there. It's like butterflies, angels. And it was just a fun, peaceful, happy feeling, right? It was almost like I had my family with me. But I mean, I had my family, my brother-in-law, my stepson, and my husband, and my dogs. And, you know, Nena's doing so well, and she was out at the pool, and Casper was all about it, you know. So I was happy. In short, I was in Margaritaville, right? But the thing with resting and going under the water, not a good thing. So going into the house, all of a sudden it was lights out. I didn't see anything. I don't know, maybe I had my eyes closed, but I blacked out. That's a blackout, right? I haven't had many, but I have had them a long time ago. A couple. Thankfully, not many. Hopefully, maybe some I don't remember. Anyway, so it was lights out. It was like somebody turned the lights out, and I don't remember walking into the house from the pool room, and it's straight away, so it's not far. And then this curio cabinet with all like glass objects, and it's all glass doors. Well, Devin said he was helping me in, and my brother-in-law was right in the back trying to make sure that I didn't fall backwards, and I fell forward into that curio cabinet. But because that books were there, the books are still there in the box, big box of books, that prevented me from going through the glass. And I went down, I fell backwards, and we have all tiles on the floor. He said I hit my head. He thought I was going to the hospital. Now, Devin never likes to take me to the hospital because I'm always like, I think I need to go to the hospital. He said he was going to even call an ambulance, but he didn't see any blood. So he thought it would be okay. So he took me into the bedroom. Don't remember. He took off my bathing suit and put in an ensemble that I would wear to work. Because he didn't know where my pajamas were. So I was wearing like white pants, white, good pants that I would wear to work, and capris. But they were all right because they're stretchy. And a pink shirt that I've had since Rainbow Shop days, but it used to be one of my good shirts. Anyway, it's just a little bit polyester, so it's not that comfortable. Anyway, he did the best he could. I don't remember any of that. Then all of a sudden, I remember I went into the bathroom. He kept saying, "Are you all right?" Like he didn't trust me to walk by myself. I don't really remember going to the bathroom, to tell you the truth. But then all of a sudden, I remember, and lights are still out in my head. I remember he was like, over here, over here. I'm holding the bucket, just over here. So from the bed, I'm throwing up all over the place into the bucket. Thank God he had that bucket. He must have known. I must have looked weird. I don't remember saying I don't feel good. I don't remember saying this or that, but I basically almost drowned, had to be pulled out of the pool, got pulled into the house, almost fell into a glass case and had a millions of glass, but did fall down and hit my head. But I really believe, because my head never hurt. My head never hurt. I had a slight headache the next day, but that's called a hangover. But my pectoral muscles hurt. The front of my legs felt like somebody beat my legs up, or I was in the gym for like 27 hours. But I really was. I was in the pool doing the breaststroke, swimming back and forth, and our pool's pretty big. I was swimming, I was moving, I was kicking my legs and doing this motion, the breaststroke, for hours and hours. Okay, so time to walk. I'm gonna go one more time around. Hopefully finish the story, the nightmare. But it ended up okay because I'm still here to talk about it. And that's why I felt like I should talk about it, because angels are all around us. And they just decided that was, even though I was being stupid and just having a little bit too much fun. And our pool is not even in the sun. Our pool is in eight garages with a roof. So there really isn't sun in there. So I can't even blame it on the sun. But I don't want to go to Margaritaville again. Thank God my stepson was able to pull me out. I mean, my brother-in-law and Devin would have jumped in and got me. But I was like, did you have to do mouth to mouth? Did water come out of my mouth? How long was I under the water? He was like, I don't know. But Connor noticed you first, and he noticed that you kept going to the deep end, and then all of a sudden you would put your head down face first, and I remember doing that because I remember something in my head said it's okay to listen to the music and everything that's going on with your face in the water and see how it sounds. So that wasn't smart. I mean, it would have been okay if I just did it for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, but not when you're drinking, because that's how you can drown. So thank God, everybody was there to save me. And I also thank God, and I thank my angels, and I told God I'm sorry, and thank you for helping me to not die. And thank my angels for helping me, because what they could do to make me not break my neck and have a concussion and break my head, because Devin really thought, he said, I definitely thought you. I go, but then I went to sleep. How could you let me go to sleep? He goes, no, you were really awake. You were just resting and crying, throwing up. So I threw up everything. I threw up everything that I had, just that hamburger and hot dog. And then I threw up whatever I had before that, which wasn't much. Then I threw up whatever was the day before and the 3 days before that. But the main thing is, I had no water. No water. And I was so dehydrated. So I stayed in bed for a little while. Then finally, I said, I'm just going to get up because I really need to drink cold water. And Devin said, okay, but be careful and just go right to the couch. And I said, yeah, that's all I'm doing with the water, and I watch TV. Because I couldn't go to sleep. And as usual, right? And so by that time it was like 1 a.m. And so by 2:00 in the morning, I took my pill. I thought it would be safe because I threw up. A lot of the margarita was gone, and all the food and stuff. And basically, I wouldn't go to sleep. I wouldn't be able to sleep without my pill. So I made sure that, it was enough time. But the angels are around us, and the angels could protect my head when I was falling down. First of all, I fell on my face. Do you see any bruises? No. Okay. Because I fell on the books. But then he said my head went back and hit the tile. So an angel could be back there with their hands out. And that's how I could not get injured. But, I mean, thank God. So the moral of the story is, don't mix Margaritaville or any kind of strong alcohol with the pool. And never, ever be alone in water if you're having some drinks. Don't be alone. Because usually a lot of times I do go in there alone. And I don't like to really have party alone with drinks in the pool, because to me that's not fun. I'll just swim alone in the pool with the music, but I have had beers in the pool when I was alone. But usually it would take me like hours to have one beer, because you drink it and then you float around and you drink another set. Anyway, I think it was just a warning, and I thank God that I'm able to be alive. And so I rested. I try to drink more water now. Actually, I'm getting ready to go to my car now because this is long enough. How long is this? I've been talking. 36 minutes. I'm getting tired of the sound of my voice. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it now. I'm just going to say God is good. God is great. God is good all the time. Talk to your angels if you're having any kind of problem. Talk to them. Hey, let me just get you in. Hey, what is this piece of bacon doing here? It's a piece of bacon. Okay. So, thank you for coming on that walk with me. Sorry I look a hot mess. Please prayers up for Andrea. And I'm happy to be alive. God said it's not my time. But thank you, angels, for always being there for me. Archangel Michael, my regular guides, Shanann, Gannon, Lily, everybody. Jonathan, JJ, Tylee, Summer, Michael, Harmony. Namaste, everybody.